Yes, my peoples, yes. Back once again for the Renegade Master. For another episode of Riding Shotgun. Thank you so much for joining today. So, again, beautiful sunshiny day. I'm in a t-shirt, feeling great after yesterday. Weirdly, that after such a intense game of, really with the heat and with the amount of effort going up and down the pitch and things like that, even though I was absolutely shattered yesterday, I do feel like I could play again today. Like my recovery time has been excellent, really good. And weirdly, after yesterday, I went into a challenge with Lee. He was studs up, and I kicked the bottom of his boot. Went down for a couple of minutes, really hurt. However, strangely, the force of doing that has done something to my ankle in terms of making it less painful. Now, I don't know whether the shock of doing that has knocked some of the calcification away or displaced it or something, but how is that possible that that literally I kick the underside of someone's shoe and my foot gets better? Surely it's supposed to make your foot worse to be kicking things, right? And it doesn't mean I'm going to go around kicking everybody's feet or anything like that now. But yeah, I've literally woken up, and I don't know whether it was because it was on grass and not 4G. Might have something to do with it. It was a good run out. But even so, even when I was playing on the grass yesterday, my ankles were hurting. But I did feel a sudden release of pain when I kicked his foot, obviously. But when I got up and started walking about, it felt less like it was hurting. Now, I don't know whether that's because, you only feel pain in one place, or I don't know. I really don't know. But if that's knocked some of the calcification away or displaced it or whatever, and it's become less painful, that's positive, because if that can happen, it means more can happen. And if more can happen, that means I can have a little keyhole operation and scrape some of it away, and hopefully I'll be pain-free again. That would be amazing. Whether that's the case or not, I don't know. My logic might be flawed here. I don't know. But we shall see. Let's open the window here. It's kind of warm. We shall see. I don't know. But literally, I don't understand. It's like that time when, my car, its air conditioning didn't work, and I went over a speed bump and it started working again, like a car that fixed itself. Ridiculous. I go around and punt someone's foot right in the ankle as well. Right in the ankle. Really hurt. But somehow it's got better. Really, really strange. Really strange. But anyway, yeah. So I am on my way for a second date. Yeah. So remember the girl that I was speaking about last time? I said, I have no reason not to go on a second date with her. She seems chill. Seems alright. Well, we've arranged a second one. And whether that's going to go well or not, I have no idea. I mean, she seems pretty chill. We talk every day, after work and stuff like that, and yeah, she seems chill. But what I'm looking forward to is the fact that I actually get to have dinner in a restaurant for a change, because I haven't done that in a long time. So yeah, we'll see. We're going to Wagamama's, which is one of my favourites, because even though I'm not vegan at all, and I don't crucify anyone for being vegan, only the fact they tell me after 10 seconds that they are vegan, but Wagamama's vegan stuff, very, very good. Very good. Because there was a period for a year that I was vegetarian. And the reason that I did that is, number one, I was quite bored with the same food that I was eating, and I thought, well, if I knock off the meat, then I've got no option but to search for other alternatives to what I was eating. Plus, I watched that Seaspiracy on Netflix too, and yeah, that wasn't something that I wanted to endorse by eating meat and fish and all that kind of thing. So, yeah, literally, from I think it was around about my birthday time, I said, right, no more meat. And I kept that up for a year, and I tell you what, it really did open my eyes to some new dishes, new delicacies, that kind of thing, but also how hard it is for vegetarians and vegans to have really tasty, unbelievable options out there. You know, so like vegans, well, I don't know what you eat, guys, just veg, I guess, but not avocados, obviously, because you can't eat avocados when you're vegan. But yeah, just crazy the amount of stuff that you find when you know, neglect meat. And the reason why I stopped being vegetarian was that because I didn't miss meat at all. Like, it wasn't a factor, wasn't a thing. But what I wanted to do was bring meat back into the diet. Number one, to, you know, kind of help me with the protein balance and things, but also because now I had this information on vegan food and vegetarian food and all this kind of thing, I could then add that into my diet for when I want to eat meat as well. Now, I'm not saying I eat meat every single day now. I'm not saying I'm eating vegetarian stuff every day now. But it's a mix and match, and my eyes are open. So when I go to places like Wagamama, yes, they do have some delicious meat stuff. Absolutely they do. But their vegan stuff is absolutely on point. Really, really very nice. Now, when I started being vegetarian, back in, when was this? 2020, I think it was. 2021? Might have been 2021. Yeah, it was 2021. When I started being vegetarian for a year in 2021, I found that Aldi's vegetarian selection was pretty decent as well. Their plant-based stuff. However, there was a catch. With their plant-based stuff, what they lack in flavour, they top up with salt. So there is quite a lot of salt in a lot of their vegetarian stuff, and that's what I had to be wary of, is the fact that, you know, having too much salt in your diet not only causes water retention, but also is not good for your heart either. And that was one of the things that I needed to be very careful of. Not that I've got a dodgy heart, but there were certainly signs there previously, just after lockdown, that there was issues with my heart. And I had a couple of warning signs, just not even through the doctors or anything like that, but just through my own physical well-being, that I went, oh, I need to do something here. So like, one of the aspects there was the fact that I had tinnitus in my ear, and I read up on tinnitus, and I thought it was just me because I'd gone around a road trip in Scotland for a week with loud music on and things like that, and it was like 8 hours a day in the car with music on. I thought, you know, I'm probably just a bit ringy from that, or, you know, I've been in the studio all the way through lockdown, you know, making music, it's loud. But I read up on it, and if you're having a lot of salt intake, and it can be related to heart conditions and things, that tinnitus is one of the things that you can have as a cause of that. So I was like, oh right, okay. And there was one evening where I was sitting there, and it was almost like a nervous anxiety kind of pumping of my heart, and all I was doing was sitting there watching the TV, and it started really rumbling in my chest, and I got really cold sweat, and I just kind of almost blacked out, and I sat up and I went, oh my God, what is going on? And like literally I thought I was dead in trouble, like really in trouble, like I was just going to black out, and my chest was thumping, and I honestly thought, I am in trouble here. And it lasted maybe 30 seconds or so, but it scared the living hell out of me. So much so that I wrote a post on Facebook that that was scheduled to be posted at around about 11 o'clock the next morning. And the reason why I'd done that is basically to explain what had gone on, how I was feeling, and basically to say my goodbyes, you know, because I was that sure that maybe something was going to happen while I was asleep. And I know probably some people would have gone, well, why didn't you go to the bloody doctor then? One, it was lockdown, so going to the doctor weren't really a bloody option, to be honest. And two, I probably was a little bit scared. Probably was a little bit scared to do that, which was stupid, really. But I wrote this all on the Facebook and scheduled it to be released for like 10, 11 o'clock the next morning. And I went to bed and just thought, well, I was almost like resigned to the fact that if it happens, it happens. I'm not going to know anything about it. Just resigned to the fact. And then when I woke up in the morning, I was just kind of like, wow. Thank you, God. Thank you for being alive. And I became a little bit more appreciative, but I thought, well, you know, after the tinnitus thing and basically sitting around all locked down, doing nothing, eating loads, and not doing any exercise, plus the whole shock thing with that evening, something's got to happen. So instantly I kind of made my way to eating cleaner, eating healthier, exercising more, and that really did shock me. And in all honesty, the weight that I was at was the heaviest I'd ever been. It was the heaviest I've ever been. It was like 117 kilos, which is, you know, knocking 18 stone. And I've never been that heavy. Never in a million years have I been that heavy. So yeah, I was kind of working my way through that all last year, and then obviously when the boxing thing came up, it really spurred me on, because I thought, well, I can't get into the ring being fat and unhealthy and not trying. Otherwise I'm just going to get pulled apart. So it actually not forced me, but I wanted to be faster and stronger, healthier, cleaner, right from the get-go. So I was committed to the 10 weeks of training. I was training 4 or 5 times a week with football and boxing and just general sparring, eating clean every night, and I was doing really, really well. And I lost a hell of a lot of weight. So right now I think I'm sitting at about 107 kilos, something like that, last time I checked. And sitting at 107 kilos from 117 kilos, it's a big, big difference. I mean, you try carrying around 10 kilos with you every day, you're going to be tired, aren't you? You're going to be knackered. And that's one thing I've noticed as well. Since I've dropped all this weight, when I eat dinner now, I don't instantly want to just fall asleep. Like beforehand, I would eat dinner and I would lay down on the sofa and I would just crash out, gone, absolutely done. And now I don't want to do that. I don't feel like it's heavy on my body. I don't feel like my eyes and my head are heavy. Yeah, I don't feel that in the slightest. So it's really awesome, that feeling. But I've still got a long way to go. I've still got a long way to go. I mean, like I said, I'm 107 and I would like to lose probably another 8 kilos. Probably another 8 kilos would do me, and that's where I would be happiest, I think. And then it's just all about maintaining it, you know. Now, there's nothing better than enjoying your dinner, but when your dinner is slowly killing you, it's not on. And you know, my way of thinking is, I've had 38 years of eating what I want, when I want, how I want, whenever I want. So if I go the next 38 years, which will take me to what, 76, of, you know, taking care of myself, hopefully I will make it to 76. Touch wood. Hopefully I'll make it to 76. Hopefully I'll make it a little bit older than that, to be honest. I mean, I'd love to make it to my nan's age at the moment. She's what, 89 this year, and all the aunts and uncles, they made it to sort of 95, 100, that kind of thing. So as long as I'm not miserable, then yeah, I'd like to make it to that age. Which incidentally, I should actually ring my nan. I've not rung her in a couple of days, and I feel like I haven't spoken to her in a while, and I need to. Which is naughty grandson, willfully neglecting. It's not good. Can't neglect my nanny, so I may ring her on the way home here. So yeah, that's the story behind that. But I'm just wonderful the fact that it's 18 degrees today. 18 degrees. It's absolutely amazing. I love it. Love being in the sunshine. And the good thing as well is yesterday, I don't know whether you can see or not, but I got a little bit of a tan yesterday too. And I was so very happy about that, just being in the sunshine. I mean, some of the boys were like, so hot, can't handle it. I'm going inside, I need the shade. No, take me out in it. Take me out into that sunshine. I love it. Absolutely love it. So yeah, but then, you know, I don't get, right, this is one thing I don't get about hot and sunshine, right? Why is it that people in really hot countries where it will be averaging 35 to 45 every single day, like somewhere like Dubai or something, and they wear long black head robes and dresses, like, or what are they called? I don't know what they're called, saris, or I don't know the actual word for it, so if someone can enlighten me for that, that'd be great. But how is it that people in really hot places wear more clothes than what we do? How are they not insanely hot? Like, because yesterday, had I been wearing stuff that the Arabs do in, say, somewhere like Dubai, absolutely no way would I be able to tolerate that. Absolutely no way in the slightest. So yeah, just not a clue. I don't, does it have special cooling effect? Is it just to keep, but then they wear black, so that would attract the sun and you would be hotter. I can understand white. Is it airy under there? Is it cool? I've never worn one, so I wouldn't know. Maybe that's something you guys can enlighten me with. If there's any guys or girls out there that come from Arabia, then let me know whether those things that you wear are actually cooling or not, or you just used to them, that they're actually red hot. I don't know. But yeah, 40 odd degrees day in, day out. I mean, I can understand Dubai having like some of the best air conditioning units in some of the strangest places, you know, like air conditioning units in a toilet. Brilliant. Why wouldn't you? Who wants a hot toilet? Certainly not me, guys. Certainly not me. Right. We are nearly at Blue Water. And there's no traffic. For a bank holiday, I didn't think I'd be able to get close to this place because it was it was bank holiday. I thought there'd be a lot of people here, but clearly not. Not right now. Time will tell whether I'm able to get a parking spot, though. That's the question. That would be the question. Parking. Because ultimately, parking is the important bit, isn't it? You can't just dump your car anywhere. Now I'm just chatting shit. I am just chatting bollocks. I chat bollocks all the time, to be honest. I'm sure my mate Adam would agree with me. He's like, yeah, you chat shit, chat bollocks, mate. All the time. Can't get rid of it. That was one thing I set up today. Right, check out a new Instagram that I made. It's called My Mate Asleep. Right, it's my_mate_asleep. And because Adam is fundamentally useless at staying awake, I take a picture of him every time he falls asleep. And he falls asleep in some weird positions and weird places, and on a random as well. Like, some of the earliest memories I have of me and Adam is being round his house, playing on an Xbox of Tiger Woods golf, and he would be mid-swing. Like, literally, the golf club would be up here, and it would just hold there, and I'm thinking, why is he holding? And I'd look over, and he'd be asleep. And he's holding the controller in the half-swing position. I'm like, oh my God, like, he's literally just dropped off halfway through a swing. But then, again, you know, just like this weekend, he was sitting there with his phone in his hand, scrolling through Facebook, gently falling off asleep. And he literally fell asleep holding his phone in front of him. And he didn't know, but I took his phone, I took a picture of him with his phone, and put his phone back in his hand before he woke up. This is the type of man that we are dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. The guy is a sleep demon. A sleep demon. Like, literally, he can go anywhere and do anything asleep. It's funny as hell. Funny as hell. So, after the break then, what we will do is we will have a rundown of exactly how my date went. And I'll give you the goss on exactly what's happening. Not that there will be much goss. I'm sure my dinner will be very nice and she'll be very pleasant. But you never know. It is a date after all, and it is unpredictable. But I've got to find a parking space. So I am going to let you guys go to your break, and I will see you when I return. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell in the meantime, while you're waiting for me to return. And yeah. Oh, and don't forget, head over to Patreon as well. I do have an account on Patreon, and for just £3 a month, you can get all of the back catalogue, and you can get all the merch for some discount, and much, much more on there as well. Look at that. Someone's actually gone and moved when I was coming along. Brilliant! So yeah, give us a like of the video. We'll see you after the break, and I'll give you the lowdown of exactly what happened. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Haha! So yes, we're on the move again. Now that was a beautiful meal. So I went to Wagamama's and had a rather stupendous meal. And this stupendous meal consisted of some duck-filled bao buns, which were a little bit spicy, very nice, and some gyoza with some chicken in. Don't know if I pronounced that right, gyoza, with some chicken in. And then I had katsu curry with chicken, and that was very nice as well, with some rice and some sauce. And then afterwards, because I was quite hungry, I then took it off to what's it called? Creams, and had myself some banoffee ice cream, which was stupendous. And they gave us a free kind of waffle and banana strawberry thing, because someone had ordered wrong, and they just said, do you want it? I was like, yeah, okay, don't mind that at all. So yeah, had some freebies, and that was just awesome. So yeah, quite cool. But a rather successful time. I don't mind telling you that the date went well, because we're all very open here, aren't we? And we actually chatted for about 4 hours. Another 4 hours spent with her, so that went rather quick. Not sure if it was strained on my side, because I didn't have to talk about a lot of shit, to be honest. But then again, I talk shit to you guys all the time, so can't be helped, I guess. Just maybe I'm just a guy that chats shit all the time. I don't know. Probably am. But she seemed to have a good time. I seemed to have a good time, and that was really good. And you know, I might see her again, which would be very nice. She seemed lovely. Anyway, I had some pictures come back of yesterday's game now, and there are some really good action shots that Harry's stepdad took yesterday, and yeah, just some absolutely superb action shots of me that got taken. I was very, very happy, very, very pleased. So he's done a very, very good job there, and I'll be posting some of them onto the socials shortly. But yeah, absolutely superb. Cannot be happy with that. There's a couple there that actually make me look half decent, like I'm sticking the ball in the net, which probably wasn't me, but you know, who cares? It's all a bit of fun, isn't it? It's all a bit of fun. Yeah. All round, a pretty good bank holiday weekend. Tired now, though. Ugh. Tired now. Could go for a nap, but then again, that's probably the amount of food. But I did need to walk it off, so I did spend a bit of time walking around Bluewater and Primark, just have a look and taking the pee out of some of the stuff in there. And I mean, apparently there's this guy from Love Island selling his clothes in Primark, right? And in all honesty, if you aren't 9 stone with a 6-pack, you ain't wearing this shit at all. It's basically a pair of shorts that are, well, out of necessity and need to be worn skin tight. T-shirt that needs to be worn skin tight. And if you're a fat bloke like me, you ain't doing that. Not yet. No. It's just not happening. And there was literally this whole suit thing in Primark. Just ridiculous, right? So would you wear a pair of tan colour shorts or tan colour trousers with a white t-shirt, a tan pair of shoes and a tan jacket? Didn't think so. Unless you're an absolute cockwomble, of course. But that is what the outfit was. Everything tan, apart from your t-shirt, which is white. But you're wearing a jacket, like a dinner jacket, with shorts. I mean, if you can't see what's wrong with that, probably apply for Love Island, because that is just stupid. I don't understand that. Why anybody would want to wear that at all. I haven't got a clue. Just ridiculous. Now, I understand why it was like £5 for the shorts, 15 quid for the jacket, because it was shite. I mean, you could maybe get away with a pair of jeans and the jacket and the t-shirt. Probably. But the trousers, I mean, you could wear tan pants with like a blue shirt or something like that. But again, these pants and these shorts, they are literally designed to be worn skin tight. And I mean skin tight, so you can see the outline of your dick. It's tight. And they're not even stretchy, which is even more insane. Yeah. So I don't know why. It's basically designed for people who go to the gym 7 days a week and they are humongous in muscle. Absolutely humongous in muscle. Because you would just wear it skin tight. If you've got pencil legs, you're going to look shite. You're going to look absolutely shite. You just look ridiculous. I can only imagine how my legs look in a pair of shorts like that. I mean, my legs aren't small by any means, but they certainly would look fucking horrific in them. Because obviously I've got a big waist, and with a big waist comes big holes for the legs, and my legs are significantly smaller than what my waist proportion is. I basically, if you held a frog up by its neck and you see it hanging there, that's what I look like. I look like a middle-aged frog. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Belly, legs, just hanging there, like a frog. That's basically what I look like. And that's what it would look like, but with shorts on. A middle-aged, ugly frog held up by the back of its neck with shorts on. That's what it would be. I'm just going to put that out there and let you know that's exactly what that is. Oh, Christ. So, yeah, if you're into that look, let me know, and I'll go into Love Island for you. Not that I'm going to get any sort of look in from that, because it's the beautiful people that go on there. And as you can tell, just by the double chin there, I am not one of the beautiful people. Nothing like a bit of self-doubt in the evening, eh, lads? Ladies and gents. Oh, dear. So, I'm loving the fact that it is 8:15 and it is still light out. Still beautifully light out. It is a bit cloudy now, though, so I think we might get a bit of rain today, which is never good. But at least it happens overnight and not during the day. So hopefully tomorrow, it's going to be bright and sunshiny, and we can get out a bit more and get out into the sunshine. But apparently we're not playing football this week because everyone's still broken from Sunday. I can play. I'll be happy to play. I want to play. That would be so grand if we could play, especially if it's nice on Wednesday evening. I'd be gutted if I can't play. Which means if I can't play, that means I've got to go to the gym. And I don't want to go to the gym because I don't like the gym. I get bored in the gym very easily. It's not doing anything or going anywhere. I want to play sports now. I'm into sports. I want to play sports. I mean, I don't mind playing tennis, but I don't think my ankles would take it at the moment. I don't enjoy basketball. Badminton is just pushing a budgie over a net. Not interested in that. Done the boxing thing, not interested in that anymore. Done the gym thing, not interested in that anymore. Maybe biking, maybe cycling would be kind of good. But then I've got to go purchase a bike. And I know what I'm like. I'm going to want a good bike, which means a good few £100, sadly. So yeah. I mean, I did think about like making my own bike, like finding a good frame and then just putting together a bike that, you know, I wanted to use, like, you know what I mean? Something like that. But yeah, even like the cost of doing that is quite high, because obviously, like, if you're selling a frame, you're going to sell a decent frame. You're not going to just sell some basic bullshit stuff, you know. So, you know, it is what it is. If I'm going to do it, then I'm going to have to do it well. and I'm going to need the money to do that. So, you know, cost of living crisis and all that, everyone trying to make their peace. Everything's going up for imports and stuff, as expected it, but hey ho, what are you going to do? It is what it is. I mean, with cost of living crisis and stuff like that, it's pretty desperate out there for some people. You know, they're losing their jobs, or they can't afford to feed the family, or, I mean, at least like now, the sun's out a bit and you haven't got to use your heating and things, but people are still using water, and they're still, you know, heating that water to have a shower and bathe their children and cook and clean and God knows what else. So I don't envy them in the slightest with that, to be honest. I mean, I'm glad it is just me, and there's only me to fend with, and, you know, I've got through the most of winter. I think I only put my heating on like 4 or 5 times over the winter period. I mean, it was January that I was most worried about with the heating, whether I was going to be like frozen cold. But it turns out, because I was out training with boxing and football and things like that, I was just hot when I came in. So having the heating on was never a thing. So I'd come in late after going straight there from work, and literally just having a shower and going to bed. So the heating was never going on. So that was, you know, a bonus, and that's made it through, which is nice. I'm hoping that at some point this year, you know, the energy prices will start to come down and all that kind of malarkey. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. See what goes, and then we'll go from there. But what are you going to do? You can only do what you can do, innit? So that's all I'm going to do, is just keep going. And yeah, it is what it is. I had literally properly vagued out then, you know, I really went into my own little... So sorry about that, guys. I literally just didn't know what the heck was going on in my own brain there for a second. But yeah, as for Wagamamas, I thought about doing the vegan stuff earlier on, because they do have some nice vegan stuff. But what it is I just fancied a little bit of chicken today, and they had the crispy chicken with the katsu, and that was very nice. So I thought, you know what, I'm literally just gonna have that. But their vegan stuff is very, very good, and I mean very, very good. What they do with you know, some of the vegan ingredients, or take bits and pieces out and have a substitute, is wonderful. Really, really nice. Would recommend it without a doubt. So I went to the one in Bluewater, but I do go to the one in Maidstone sometimes, and that's always very nice. But if you've got any suggestions on where to get good vegan or vegetarian food, not that I'm vegan or vegetarian, of course, then do let me know. Let me know if there's a good restaurant or a good place to order, or if you found something on one of those delivery kind of, you know, the Yes Food or whatever it's called, or the what's the delivery of food thing where you cook it yourself, where they just send you the ingredients. If there's any good stuff on there that you found is like very, very good, then yeah, let me know, because obviously I'm always interested in good, healthy eating, but with good flavours as well. You know, and that'd be very nice to hear some people's recommendations. Or if you have a recipe that you found, obviously you don't get ingredients for anything like that, but a recipe that you found that you cook up that is always bang on for vegetarian or vegan or whatever, or actually, do you know what? Any recipe, really, as long as it's good. Hit me up with it, stick it in the comments, and I will happily give it a go and give you my recommendations on whether it's good or not. Whether you've made it yourself, actually, to be fair. If it's just a recipe that you've cooked up, you think, do you know what? That's bang on. Didn't realise you could do that. No one's ever done that before. You know, like Heston Blumenthal did with salt and chocolate. Nobody ever thought of salted chocolate before. He whacked it together. All of a sudden, it's a thing. It's a thing. And to be honest, I am one of those people that do like a bit of salted pretzel chocolate from Aldi. I buy it all the time, and I'm not going to lie, I do scoff it quite quickly. I do get it down my neck quite quickly. It's a beautiful, beautiful bit of chocolate, and it's very cheap too. I think it's only like a couple of quid for a big old bar of chocolate, which is nice, especially from Aldi as well. You'd think it's not going to be very good, but when I see salted pretzel, wow, what a combo. Love a pretzel, love salt and chocolate. Hell yeah, just everything your heart doesn't need, but tastes so good. Yeah. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So, yeah, it's literally a couple of minutes away from home now, guys. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Riding Shotgun with me. Please do make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell on this video. And I'd be mucho grateful if you could. If you don't, then fine. I'll let you off. Just know that it means more to me. If you could, that'd be awesome. Also, if you want to get all of the back catalogue of everything on Riding Shotgun, plus a load of bit of extra goodies and some bits and pieces, you can for just a mere £3 a month, 10p per day. That is it. 10p a day. You can get all the back catalogue, loads and loads of episodes, and you can get some discounts and bits and pieces on our Patreon page, patreon.com/Riding Shotgun Podcast. If you could do that, that would be great. Also, if you're listening on any other platform like Spotify, Apple, Amazon, if you're on any of those, if you'd like to give me a 5-star, that would be preferable. It means a lot if you could, because obviously that shoots me right to the top. More 5 stars I get, the better it becomes, and yeah, we get patterned with that, and we can share the success together on the road together. So the more we do that, and if you want to tell your mates about it, tell your nan, tell your mum, tell your brother, that would be awesome too. But yeah, just a 5-star would be great for now, if you could do that for me. Hit that 5-star review, or if you feel like it's something else, like it might be a 4 or a 3, let's hope it's not a 2 or a 1, because that means it's just absolute dog shit. But if you get a 5, great. If not, say it with absolute truth of what you feel it is, and be very, very happy with that. And obviously I can only get better with criticism too. So yeah, if you could do that, brilliant. So yeah, we'll see you for the next episode, where hopefully we could chat a little bit more about what's going on in the day, some things that are going on, work and bits and pieces. And let's get some light on in here. There we go, because the darkness has come in all of a sudden. And we can discuss anything and everything that you want to pop in chat. So, like before, when Aldi stopped selling my favourite crisps, tell me what your favourite crisps were, or whether they've actually discontinued those crisps. I know it was put in the comments that there was some beef crisps that were discontinued, that they're favourite, and he was pretty annoyed about that, to be fair. Probably as annoyed as I was that I couldn't get my gammon crisps, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, so I will see you for the next one. Take care. God bless. I'm just pulling into my drive now, so I will see you for the next episode. Take care. Love you. Peace.